Retail started picking up AMC right down here. We were all in. The SPY was right here. This is where retail started loading up on AMC, loading up on GameStop. About a month later, AMC ripped. The buy button was taken away. The SPY was sitting right over here after all that pressure. Buy button was taken away. AMC decided to scale sideways, slowly climb, drop a little bit before hitting its all-time high when the SPY had immense pressure on it. Now, the SPY is the overall market. Of course, it's the number one thing to pay attention to. Lottery stocks, why are you bringing this up? It's because, one, I know you guys want to hear about AMC. Two, I know you know what we've been tracking, and it's not playing out exactly with some things that AMC should be following just yet. But also, there was a point where AMC and the S&P 500 played out not in tandem with each other, but inverse, right? There was a point where AMC had a negative beta, and if you take a look at the charts, when AMC was falling, the SPY was climbing, retail ended up picking it up right after the COVID crash, and then you had this immense pressure. As you can see, after 2022, completely falling for an entire year, AMC fell its hardest that it ever has been, dropping 99% of its value, and all of us are still holding the bag, and there hasn't been immense pressure on AMC just yet. In fact, we just broke the all-time high on the SPY, and now we are starting to add more pressure, right? There was this alleviation phase, and now we are slowly starting to add more pressure. Once again, why am I bringing this up? It's because of this. If we take a look previously at Ethereum Classic and AMC, they have been playing out inverse as of right now over the past couple of weeks, or actually over the past few months, right? Since about November of 2023, after they got this little pop here, AMC has been playing out inverse of Ethereum Classic, selling off into the floor, even though we expect a move higher. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we have a ton of stuff to cover with AMC, GameStop, the overall market, and some additional plays. So make sure to watch until the end of the video so you don't have to watch another update video here on YouTube. All I ask you to do, of course, in return is to please hit the like button, get this video to 1,000 likes, subscribe to the channel, have post notifications on. And again, thank you for all the support you guys show me day in and day out. Without further ado, let's get into it. AMC short interest breaking above 13%, now sitting at 13.16, was previously 12.2, then 12.32, then 12.6, and 13. Right, so it has slowly been scaling up, and this is just what's reported. We pay attention to the trend. Sometimes the trend is your friend, but in this case, in this scenario, we know that short interest is much higher than it's reported to us. Now, if we take a look at the options chain for this week, we are winning 19,000 calls compared to 3,000 puts expiring in the money, and it is Thursday. So as of right now, looking kind of good. 46,000 calls expiring out of money compared to 22,000, and next week will be an important week with, I believe, CPI coming out and a large options chain for AMC as well as GameStop. AMC short exempts slightly died down yesterday, 128,000, and then 234 the day before. Now, $4.60 basically sideways on the day, getting a hammer candle. We have been waiting for this thing to moon higher, and as of right now, it's just consolidating. It wants to move, volume wants to pick up, algorithms want to push it higher, but they slapped tons of short exempts on it. They used the options chain to bring it down as well, routing a large percentage to alternative trading systems along with GameStop, and here we are still hugging the $4 range. Not something that we want to see, but as pressure builds up on the SPY, as pressure builds up across the crypto space, as retail starts to actually play out plays better than institutional investors, this is the time frame where we actually have a shot. So don't get discouraged just yet. GameStop, $15.30, still trading outside of the macro trend line for a full day today. We want to see it stay out of here, breaking into this supply zone above $15.35. We are on the weekly time frame as of right now, and getting this full weekly close above this level is going to be a crucial thing to see. So shout out to GameStop. It tested the top of this supply zone at $15.90. If we break above, I'm watching $18.35 on GameStop. We also are winning on the options chain, basically 10,000 calls compared to basically no puts, 41,000 expiring out of the money, and then 12,000 expiring in the money as well. Again, next week's options chain bloated, and you can see the further GameStop gets out of that macro trend line, the more short exempts they end up dropping on it. Now, the Australian Securities and Investment Commission, Australia's market watchdog, has fined the country's main securities exchange. The Australian Securities Exchange came under fire for more than 8,000 lapses in order trade transparency, which resulted in the exchange paying a slap on the wrist fine of $690,000. The exchange breached the rule requiring so-called pre-trade transparency of 8,417 occasions between April April 2019 and December 2022, meaning information about orders was not available for some equity products. Now, in my opinion, the SEC has to be looked into by a higher up as well. Now, I'm sure you've all seen what happened. New York Community Bank just 5 days ago said the company has strong liquidity and a solid deposit base. Yesterday, they said they're looking to raise capital and restore confidence. Is this another Lehman Brothers? You take a look at the chart. New York Community Bank, along with several other small banks, are crashing. They're crumbling. It's going to be game over pretty soon. And we have that BTFP program ending March 11th. Does this have correlation? And if so, it begs the question again, why is the largest bank in the world, the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, withdrawing from the DTCC on March 8th, right? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, I didn't really get to cover it yesterday, and make sure to keep watching, but basically, real quick, the summary of Fed Chair Powell speaking yesterday says that he does not expect rate cuts until more confidence inflation is moving sustainably to 2%. Inflation has improved, but still above the 2% long-term target. There are risks to cutting rates too early and too late. The labor market demand still exceeds supply, likely appropriate to cut rates in sometime in 2024. The Fed will carefully assess incoming data. Basically, Ed Powell says it's too dangerous to cut this early, but it's too dangerous to, keep them this high for too long. So we're not going to cut in March, potentially. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We're not going to cut in March, but we will probably cut 2024. So likely towards the second half or fourth quarter of the year, they will start cutting rates, or third quarter maybe, right? But as of right now, it doesn't look promising too soon, which would be bad for a couple different plays, including Tesla. We talked about that yesterday. SPY 514.56, breaking into all-time highs again. March is going to be a crucial month for the overall market. I have two zones that the market is going to come up to. First level, 535. If we break over 535, watch 550 to 560 on the SPY for this thing to cap out at, in my opinion. And if we get negative news, I'm watching between 483 and 477 for the SPY to retrace down to get that slight correction. So watch those zones on the SPY and let me know if you agree in the comments down below. Now, Arizona Senate considers adding Bitcoin ETFs to the state's retirement portfolio. And speaking of Bitcoin, it's trading at 67,000, coming back up to test that all-time high once again. There are a couple levels I want to talk about on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to come higher into April, which is when the halving is, I believe. We wanted consolidation at 64. We came back down, retested it. We didn't get a long time frame of consolidation, but Bitcoin has a lot of steam. It has a lot of eyes on it, and we don't need to consolidate for that long. Watch for a break above 69,000. If we get a couple full candle closes above that, you only have resistance right around this ascending trend line around 79 to 80,000 before coming up to my short to medium term price target between 93 and 101,000 on Bitcoin. And I think we are going to hit that in this cycle. Now, Bitcoin could hit 300,000 at the peak of its next bull run, according to Tether's co-founder. Yet JP Morgan says Bitcoin's price may drift back to 42,000 after April. So assuming they're both correct, that would mean Bitcoin would hit 300,000 in the next month and then drop back to 42,000 anytime after the halving. Nvidia 919, basically 920. Yesterday's video, we said we have a clean shot up to 950, and that's what's happening. Breaking over the level at 875, you get a clean shot to 950. It's pretty simple. Those are the levels I have. At some point, I will be watching to take puts on Nvidia, and I will be watching around 950 as well. Speaking of taking the puts, Apple, this is easy. I said it in Discord today, not financial advice again, but Apple puts are basically easy, right? We broke under a crucial support level right around 170.50, and we're trading under that. It's not looking good. I think Apple's coming down to 160 and likely lower than that over the next month or two. Finally, Tesla stands to earn billions of dollars a year by opening US charging stations to drivers of Ford and other EVs. Yet that's not enough good news for Tesla. As of right now, it's just holding this level right around 175.50, and I think we break lower and come down to under 153.70. That is just my outlook on Tesla. I think we see another breakdown and a harsh one. Now, a couple tickers to put on your radar. Palantir, they just had some good news. Testing the 618 on the fib. If we break above 27.65, a clean break, I think Palantir is coming all the way up to around $33. So watch those levels. Finally, keep a side eye on GNS, up 15%. Maybe this thing makes some moves, maybe it doesn't, but again, keep a side eye on it to at least come up to the 236 around 41 cents. Overall, guys, that's what I got for you for today's video. If you want to come talk with me, make sure to get in the Discord. The link is right under the video. The most amazing people talk stocks as well as crypto in there all day long. We post our gains, post our losses, and we have options trading alerts, so there's no reason not to get in there. If you're thinking about getting in, press the Discord link and watch the trailer first. And yeah, that's basically it. It's a coffee a month. You guys will not regret it. Level up your trading journey. Let's get financially free together. And if you want up to 15 free stocks, that'll basically pay for Discord. Sign up for Moomoo through my link at the top of the description. Once you open an account and deposit into your Moomoo, they are going to give you free stocks in which you can hold or sell, completely up to you. But that will basically pay for Discord, in my opinion. So go do that. Both of those links are right under the video and pinned in the top of comments. And yeah, I love you guys. Peace.